David? Cool.
All right, got it.
We're good. Joanne, could you do roll call, please?
Absolutely. David Israel,
Yes, present.
Ed Grossman, just a minute, he is trying to dial in, so I give.
I don't see Grossman.
I just admitted him, yeah,
No, I don't see him.
he is logged in. Ed, can you hear us? Ed Grossman,
Just keep going. That's the roll call.
all right, Dominic Bernardi,
Here.
Stuart Richland,
Yes.
Basto,
Here.
Patricia. Here. David Boaz,
Here.
and I'm here,
Very good.
and Donald Colster.
So we have a quorum.
So we have a quorum.
Good. Are there any corrections to the minutes as presented by Joanne? If we have no corrections, will somebody make a motion to accept these minutes?
I'll make the motion to accept the minutes.
And seconded by Stuart.
As presented.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? So carried.
All right.
What's the matter, David?
No, my screen went black for a second. It's back now.
Okay, all right, Donald, you're up.
Morning, everyone, or afternoon, everyone. Okay, first proposals from Access Masters. This is for fire replacement cameras for a total of $4,897. This proposal has been reviewed and unanimously approved by the Bids and Infrastructure Committee. Now bring it to the.
Donald,
Yes, sir.
what's wrong with the cameras that are there now?
They're beat and the resolution has degraded. They were having trouble making out a face out of the one villain they were trying to chase. So the police recommended that we replace some of these cameras to get better resolution.
PBSO recommended this?
Yeah, Detective Schilling was having troubles in one case seeing through a windshield. He wanted to get a screenshot of a villain.
I got you.
But basically, these are all working. It's just it's time for upgrading.
I got you.
Okay.
And there's gonna be an upgraded recorder?
I don't remember, Dave. Let me check. I believe there was a DVR someplace in this mix.
Cause you need some husky bandwidth, I'll tell you that.
Yeah,
At least 25 megabit.
I'm actually not seeing a DVR here, but Dave, if I'm not mistaken, the last tranche that we approved did have a DVR in it.
Okay,
In order to view cameras remotely, IP address with a minimum of 25 megabytes of upstream internet is required.
yeah, there you go.
So that's where we're at.
Oh.
And Mike, Mike is.
If there's some doubt, coordinate with Steve, just, you wanna make sure all, the i's and t's are crossed and dotted.
And listen, if there's an opportunity to sell us another DVR, Mike won't be shy about,
I don't think
Saying
you need a DVR, I think it goes on the server.
goes to the server.
Yeah, it's an internet connection. This is internet capable, David.
Okay, I can't read that, that's.
It's good.
I would look at it. Anyway, that's what we got, so anyway, we'll make
We
a
need,
motion.
yeah, I was just gonna say, we need a motion.
I'll make a motion to accept it.
Oh, second.
Motion made by Patricia, seconded by Stuart, to accept Access Masters proposal,
In the amount of,
$4,897.
okay,
Is that your motion?
yes, it is.
Cool.
2,897.
There's a second, Stuart, right? I'm sorry, 890, yeah, I apologize.
Just so everybody knows, Daniel took a look at this as well, we wanted to make sure there was no overlaps, that we're not rebuying stuff, and everything seems to be.
What was that?
Yeah. Scammers.
Is there any other discussion on this?
I don't think so.
Okay. Joanne, could you do a roll call vote, please?
Sure, David Israel,
Yes,
Ed Grossman. I don't know, Ed, can you hear us?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes, we're voting on the proposal for to
Camera.
accept the 5 cameras from Access Masters. Is your vote yes or no? Ed?
Yes.
Okay.
Don Bernacchi,
Yes.
Stu Richel,
Yes.
Costa Fabro,
Yes,
Patricia Caputo,
Yes,
Dave Boaz.
Yes.
I vote yes. Motion carries unanimously.
thank you. All right,
Alright, guys, this one's a little bit more interesting, most of you had an opportunity to. Hear about this a week ago, take a look, I put the pictures at the top of the deck, this one, so you can see. Obviously, we had some flooding issues, both sides of Century Boulevard. Bob and I took a close look at this, we both think that this is something that needs to be engineered, rather than be a DIY, DWI. Anyway, Stormwater Engineering is a company that we used back in 2018 to help solve some of our flooding problems over in the Plymouth section, Plymouth Laundry. We brought them back. What they're proposing is a survey to solve all these little problems for $9,500. And in addition, they're going to need a land survey. And that's for $5,400. This was unanimously approved by the Bids Infrastructure Committee last week, and not bring it to the officers for their review and consideration.
I have a question. Do we have something called a flume at one of the agendas?
Yes,
Some stuff,
yes.
do we use that as a
I'm not
method
gonna,
of
I'm not gonna,
sucking the water away?
I'm not gonna second guess the engineer, but I'm guessing that on the outbound side of Century Boulevard, I think that's just gonna be a matter of digging out these cuts and maybe dishing out the swale a little bit. And maybe put some kind of French drain down. Sure. Alright, on the other side, which is the real problem,
Real,
and the reason we created this problem, right? We put this
Curve.
without engineering, and we just said, let's see what happens. Well, this is what happens.
uh,
before we go any further, could I have a motion to accept these two? I need a motion in a second. To accept the two proposal amounting.
So we're in discussion.
okay,
Good, Dominic.
Don, make the motion.
make a motion that we accept it,
Two proposals for
Two proposals.
$15,000.
correct.
Who's gonna second it?
I will.
Stuart seconds it. Okay, now we can discuss it.
Good enough. Alright, so picking up where I left off. I think this fits, the big pond, I think it's gonna have to get piped off to a storm drain, and there is a storm drain nearby. But again, that's the engineer's job, figure it out. These are just the two biggest ponding areas, there are other smaller ones up and down that stretch, and that's gonna be included as well. Got a lot of cars plowing into this water, and especially this time of year.
Again, there may be an impact when they put the village in. You know, when you do-
Oh, I don't doubt it, sure, we'll never know.
We'll have to review again.
Yep.
And make another change.
So, who knows, you know, we're gonna have to just, see what
Play
happens.
by ear, yeah.
Play by ear, yeah. I mean, that's what we did with this curve, and,
Yes.
you know, here we are.
Let's see what we fix.
Donald,
Yes, sir.
is this the ponding as you come in the gate that you're talking about?
Yes, both going in and coming out, and they're both at the gate arms.
It can it be as simple as putting a new graded drain
That's part of it.
appropriately and outflow it to the nearest real drain?
I think that's the way the inbound lane is gonna go, Dave, but that's, it's purely a guess, but I think that's what the engineers, matter of fact, he mentioned it when Dom and I were out.
It says it here in the first paragraph.
I think he's gonna flow it off into the storm drain.
Jimmy, I gotta call you back in a couple of minutes.
All right,
I mean, there are two storm drain catch basins on Avon Street, just on the other side of that fence.
you just wanna make sure you outflow it to real drains, not French drains.
I agree. That's always the best solution, Dave,
All right,
right? Anyway.
Is there any more discussion on these two items?
no, not fine me.
Okay, Joanne, could you call it, please?
Dominic Bernardo made a motion, seconded by Stuart Richland, to accept the proposal from Stormwater and Engineering for $9,500 to do the engineering and land survey in for $5,400 to do the survey for Century Boulevard location at the gate arms. David Israel,
Yes,
Ed Grossman,
Yes,
Don Bernaccio,
Yes.
Stuart Richland,
Yes.
Joe Favreau,
Yes,
Patricia Caputo,
Yes,
James Boaz,
Yes.
I vote yes, and it carries unanimously.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you,
I'll
Joe.
get this in the pipe.
okay,
Well, so we talked earlier about Jose, anything wrong with that?
yeah, well, okay, yeah, we could do that. Yeah, before we go through the rest of the procedure, I was trying to get the business part of it, but
Guys, I'm gonna do this real quick, because this is off the agenda.
Okay.
You all know our maintenance man, Jose, he works for us 24 hours
Okay.
a week. And does a lot of stuff for us, and his skills continue to get better as he does more and more jobs for us. Kind of let this go for a couple of years, but at the moment, he's working at $12 an hour, which is minimum wage. Given what he's doing for us in terms of handling it, well, never mind just picking up trash. That's when I agreed that we should bring him up to $15 an hour.
Sure.
absolutely, that's not a lot.
So that's what I'm bringing to you guys off agenda, if you don't mind,
Not a-
dealing with this now. This is, what we're asking for is, authorization to ask the vendor, Glow Cleaning Plus, to, raise his rate.
talking about hose B,
Hose B, correct.
okay, I got you.
It'll be 100% pass through. What we authorize will go directly to Jose, and I'll ask for proof of that. So anyway, that's.
Yes, absolutely.
I support that.
I do too.
do we need a motion?
Yes, we can make a motion.
I'll make a motion to raise Jose from $12 to $15.
Okay,
Who's gonna second it?
I'll second.
Okay, save it, seconded by Mr. Dominic Garnaggio.
and to be clear, officers,
And make
This
it
is-
formal.
this would be you authorizing me to authorize the vendor
Vendor, yeah,
to give the guy,
yes,
because he doesn't work for us, he works for the vendor,
I got it.
all right?
Are there any questions? Yes, sir.
Now, does he work exclusively for us, or does he work for
No.
WPRF? as
He
well?
works for us 2 hours in the morning,
Mhm.
Monday to
Yes,
Friday,
Kelly.
then he works an 8 hour day.
Seniors in crime are here and they wanna come in?
Yeah, so would you please
Yeah.
let them in?
Okay, thank you.
He works for us 2 hours in the morning, 2 hours in the afternoon. During the day, he works for Eva over at
Okay.
at WPRF, and on Saturdays, he works for us 4 hours a day.
But my question is he getting a split paycheck?
No, he gets 2 separate paychecks from 2 separate companies.
That's okay,
Yeah.
that's my question. I didn't
Yeah.
know it was set up.
Yep.
Because we really couldn't tell WPRF what to pay.
No, and I don't know what he makes there, and I don't frankly
Okay.
wanna know.
No, it sounds great.
Yeah, $12 is a shame.
It kind of was a match made in heaven for Jose, because when Jose got here, frankly, he either worked in a law office, or he was a farmer that didn't have anything but donkeys, because, I mean, if he picked up a hammer, it was the wrong end of the hammer. But once we got him working for WPRF, he started picking up skills. I think after year 2, I took back all his Harbor Freight tools and I got him all Makita tools, because
Wonderful.
and that's
He's a nice person.
so painting, whatever we need done, we rely on it. So anyway. Anyway, that's all I got on that.
What's his actual name, so I can put it in the minutes?
I would,
Everett,
yeah, Jose Everett Garcia. Who works with Low Cleaning Plus.
do we need a roll call vote, or do we make it, can we just make it one, yes, up and down vote?
I'm fine either
Up
way.
and down?
Up and down vote?
Do we hear any objection to doing this?
No, you really should put it up or down, put it on.
No?
That's the
You
thing.
want to do a roll?
It's up, you wanna do roll call? That's
One
fine.
Roll call and everything.
Alright, that's fine. Alright, Joanne, roll call vote.
Okay, and we're done with discussion then.
Yep, no discussion.
Okay, Patricia Caputa?
Yes.
A motion, well, wait a minute, we made a motion, seconded by Dominic Granagio to authorize Donald Foster to request that the vendor, Glow, raise the rate of pay to $15 an hour for Jose Everett Garcia. David Israel,
Yes,
Ed Grossman,
Yes,
Dominic Granagio,
Yes.
Stuart Richland,
Yes.
Fausto Fabro,
Yes,
Patricia Caputo,
Yes.
David Boaz.
Yes.
I vote yes, it carries unanimously.
perfect.
Thank you all. No more votes, I have no more papers.
Alright. Let's start, could we, I know we went off the agenda, but I tried to get the business end of it first. Could we have a transportation report, please, Patricia?
Oh, okay. I wasn't expecting that, but that's okay. As of today, I haven't had any complaints in the last week or two. The bus company Academy is working with us. People are telling me they're calling them back for whatever suggestions or complaints they're making, so I see a tremendous improvement. I heard Monday from some people that, wow, the bus drivers are really friendly and they're helping you up the steps now. Because we had mentioned at the transportation committee meeting that there were people you saw yourself struggling to get up the steps, whatever. So as far as I know, it's working a lot better. Nothing is perfect, but compared to when we first started, I think they're doing a great job now, and I would not have said that 2 months ago, so that's what I had to read for. That's it.
Thank you. Ed, do you have a treasurer's report?
yes, I do. How are you? And happy Thanksgiving to everybody. Don't overeat though. The operation for the month is very similar to all the other operations. We took somewhat of a loss, and we all know where most of that comes from.
What?
The other interesting thing is on the balance sheet, our reserves now are in excess of $11 million. So I am bringing up an old topic that's just a waste of money. And we'll bring forward some more information on the solidity of bank guaranteed FDICs, which in some cases right now is approaching almost 6%. So take 6% of my original suggestion of $500,000, $5 million, and I think you'll come up with a pretty tidy sum of pre-tax, which would go to reduce the contribution that we are making to our reserves. And
Tricia, I'd like to ask you a question. You said our losses. What losses were you referring to?
say, what is it? Could
You
you,
said, did you say losses?
Yes.
What losses were you referring to when you said we had losses?
I didn't break it down, but generally, if you look at the report, which you all have, you will notice that.
No, we
the
don't. No, we don't.
Excuse me.
We
The
don't.
ongoing loss is attributed mostly to the difference in insurance.
We don't have a
Now,
report.
we have the report right here, and if you'd like to, we can go down the line item at a time. If that'll make you feel more comfortable. I
That's not
have it
acceptable.
here.
That's not acceptable. None of us have a report. We should have a report of what you're talking about. I haven't seen a report in months. I don't know about anyone else. We do not have any report on this table now to go over it with you.
That's not true. You get a
Yes, it is.
report every month.
No,
Yeah.
you do not.
And you get a report and you're welcome to ask any questions. I always make that available. And
Oh, I need to know.
that is a
They want their
basic,
report.
No,
We never received any report, Ed.
We have,
wait. You don't receive this report that I have in my hand?
no,
no,
None of us.
no,
I think you did. Now, if you
No.
haven't, I'll email you all, but I believe you all got a copy.
You said that the last time, no one has seen a report. And
Well,
so,
you haven't, if you go to the delegate assembly, you get it. It's here in the office. And if you
No.
haven't got one, I'll be more than glad to email it to
I'm
you.
sorry, I think you're disillusioned. No one's received the report. You
I
did.
don't want to get into that right
I do
now.
wanna get into
because
it. I do wanna get into it, because you keep saying that we have losses and you gave
I
us,
think
and you have not. You have not done what you're supposed to be doing.
that is, I'm sorry you feel that way, but
I'm not-
one day you'll learn what a financial report is.
Excuse me.
Now, if you recall,
I know, what did he say?
going back, Mr. Israel used to applaud a former treasurer who got up and said 3 words. When I approached the delegate assembly, everybody in the delegate assembly has a copy of this report. And I always ask questions.
Because it's not,
Now,
I don't want it on the record, it's not true.
I-
You guys are going along with something that's
Yeah,
not
not
true. Listen, you asked my.
you have no idea.
I have plenty of ideas, you know what the
listen,
hell you're doing.
I don't want to get into that now. I
Why
don't,
not?
you didn't attend the finance meeting last month.
Yes,
And
okay.
it wasn't shown. I went through a lot of items. So if you're unhappy, Patricia, I'll come into the office and you and I will go through every single item. Don't shake your head, Fausto. What is this? I don't want to go any further. You want to argue it.
Ed,
Okay.
Ed,
One
no, I
day
don't
you'll
wanna-
understand what a
I
financial
think-
report
I
is.
don't wanna argue.
Let me talk. Ed, I think what we're trying to.
Patricia, I can't help it if you're unhappy. You only take certain stances. I'm not unhappy. You want to report line item by line item? I'll be more than glad to do it. You want to start now?
No, because I don't have it in front of
You
me.
haven't got,
and I
why
think-
don't you have a copy?
Ed,
I
Ed,
don't,
I think what the officers are trying to say is that it would be helpful if they had the bigger report in front of them as part of the agenda package.
Exactly.
While you
Well-
give a report, it just stands to reason, so maybe for next month. You can have a paper report in the package,
That we can all
and that
see.
we can review it before the meeting,
Right,
so we all know what we're talking about.
right.
I know what you're talking about, and I thought I saw that everybody was emailed the report. However, you will get one next month in advance of the offices.
Right.
That would be
Right.
helpful, thank you, Ed.
And I will comment on every single item on the report.
Good.
I noticed that the budget had all the comments taken off. We can go around in a circle here, and I will also bring you in, so Patricia will be happy, is what a financial report is made up of and what the treasurer's responsibility is. We want to continue this. I'm more than willing. I have 3 months' reports right in front of me. And I'm asking at every single meeting. Listen. The report is done before the delegate assembly. Everybody will get a copy with comments.
Terrific,
Very
okay,
good,
thank you, let's move on,
very good.
all right. Let's go to Donald's report.
Oh, okay. Two things. First is the survey work, on South Canal began, yesterday. So that's just a progress report. The second thing is the relining of the pipe over at Falkirk Street in the Cambridge Canterbury section. Has been delayed till this coming Monday. They just got the piece of pipe in today, according to, Anchor Marine. So 1 week delay. Kind of all I have for now, catching up, unless you guys got anything for me to concentrate on.
Do you know why the Dorchester pool was drained?
No, why didn't we ask her that at yesterday's meeting either?
I just heard about it this
morning. I heard about it.
Yeah, she only found, she was out, she found out that there was a problem, she didn't even know
I
until
heard
she
it
came
from
to work,
someone today,
yeah.
and I did not have the answer for that.
Oh, two more things, one that's
Did
just
you
in my
look
head.
out on the?
We're gonna get proposals for next month on, it's time to do the palm trees again. We got a lot of rain and the coconuts are quite large, and it's a matter of time for the harvesting will begin. So I'm gonna get busy on that. Second thing, I was gonna talk to you about this, Dominic, you know the fence we put up along Southampton, next to the
Yes, the parallel to the wall.
right, just happened to notice that there are spots where the trees are now impinging on the fence. So I brought in a vendor yesterday, I'm gonna get proposals on clearing out all of the trees, shrubs, whatever in that no man's land.
Sure.
We left it in originally, because we thought it would make it easier, make it harder for them to jump over, but now it's messing with the fence, so I'll bring that to bids next month.
Okay.
You'll have 2 bids.
Thank you.
That's all I got, guys.
Okay, I understand that security put a brand new camera there to see the fence,
Talking about the Bedford,
no, Southampton.
yeah, put one in too.
Yep.
Yeah,
There was a hole in it?
Yes, there's a hole in the fence, but the nice thing about the camera, it's operated remotely and it's solar powered.
and it's Wi-Fi.
Good.
It's Wi-Fi and solar powered, so it's live action on Daniel's phone. Anybody coming over the fence, as soon as it detects motion, it
Yeah.
comes on, and he's got it coming on, there's no delay,
That's good.
so. And the nice thing about it, he paid $50 for the camera, technology, yes,
Yeah, so.
That's
yeah,
good.
yeah. Okay, anything else? You good to go?
Is the water off in, the clubhouse?
No, they put it back on yesterday.
Cause Johanna was telling me they didn't have water.
Yeah, they had an issue because of what was going on in the bathrooms, they
Okay,
had to shut the water off.
okay.
What about Southampton? Did they open up that pool yet? It was locked up for some kind of electrical.
I don't know, I didn't drive past it.
Yeah,
Me neither.
all right, David, do you have anything to report?
No, I don't think I have anything to add at this time. I'd hope Ruth would attend this meeting. She gives me some good ideas about articles to write, but I'll contact her offline.
Okay,
All right? Thank you.
All right, Dominic, Vice President's report. Nothing?
Nothing.
Okay. Stuart,
Yeah, I'd like to, the last month, because of the damage to a couple of the washing machines in my association, I used the machines in the village. All of the coin, what do they call it again?
The flag?
Yeah, all of them were working, and the room was very, very clean.
Yeah, they did
And,
a periodic cleaning.
And the people that were using it respected the machines. I was very happy to see that.
Still, the
I
reason
wanted to
I
check
had
that.
trouble with the coin slides was because I was in the hospital and I didn't.
They were all
I missed
full.
the pickup, they were so jammed that I had to, forget it, I had to get somebody else with smaller hands to get in, help me get the quarter.
You had to see how they were being smashed with fists to try to get them. Of course, it wouldn't move. Anyway. And the other thing is, the speeders have still
That's not gonna change.
going around the village and going across the double yellow lines and so on. I stand by, in front of my building and I see it. And there's nothing you can do, so no matter what we do, no matter how often we complain, it's on deaf ears, and that's it.
Okay. Patricia, Vice President's report.
There's nothing new other than what you've been told over and over again, people cutting people off. The bicycles riding down the middle of the street, of course, I don't see, so I don't drive, but. I'm grateful that the guy didn't hit me, I was 1 inch away from being hit, but not his fault, mine. Other than that, I've seen trash around that, I know Waste Pro was a little slow in picking up the bulk. I know Donald took care of it, so really, there's nothing new to add to. Okay. That's
I
it.
have to laugh, I was driving and I looked at my speedometer, it was 20 miles an hour, and I happened to have my windows open, and here's a guy riding his bicycle screaming at me that I'm going too fast. And I saw it, I was doing 20.
Yeah, that's fun, man. That is fun. No phones, please.
Jimmy the plumber's trying to get a hold of it.
I know.
As far as we have a small issue that hopefully to be resolved. We had gone out and hired a company to do shredding. We picked the date, the second Friday in January. I informed WPRF a month ago. I was informed this week that now legal papers need to be filed and centered. I gave the paperwork to the email notifying the company. Because we are going on WPRF property, the vendor has to supply all kinds of
That's what-
paperwork, insurance.
that's
So
what
I gave,
Additional insurance. That's additional insurance.
yeah, well, whatever they need. So I gave Eva the email with the company name, my contact person in the company, and I told her that it says right on there that all shredding will be done on premise and we will receive a certificate saying that all the documents have been shredded before. She said, I have to run it by legal. So I'm hoping, I know the holidays are here, but I'm hoping that she gets in touch with the vendor, the legal, and whatever, and we can maintain that January the 12th for 3 hours.
So if you want me to push that along, just give me the information from the vendor and I'll get the information.
Yeah, well, I don't know what I asked, what does she need?
I have the-
She goes, my legal will get in touch with you.
Just give.
I have the phones.
Okay.
I can-
Anyway, I just wanna let you know that no good deed goes unpunished. Okay, I also was told that they had a nice little old lady that used to shred all of WPRF's unwanted paperwork. And that I guess she got sick or she left, so right now WPRF doesn't have anybody shredding their documents, which I figured they could take advantage of it, they could get their document shredded. But she said she's gonna work on it, I know we have Thanksgiving, we have the holidays, that's really all I have.
They have a lot of additional.
Yeah, they have a lot of additional stuff that they're making people go through hoops. Joanne, I'm sorry, go ahead, as your officer's
Well, my
report.
officer's report is we're continuing to make strides with the TV channels. I think I've had a little bit of a hiccup with the movies, but I have some people, I have 2 people that are helping me now and they're learning and we'll get the movies back up and running. But we're gonna start incorporating some additional stuff, some sort of public service announcement kind of little videos. But I want everything to be sort of just entertaining and informative, and I have been getting stuff from Eva. So that we're keeping, clubhouse information, Hastings information, stuff like that. So I'm getting a lot of good feedback from people out in the village, they're sending me pictures, I put a few on. So I think we're getting the word across, I really, I'm very optimistic going forward that we'll be good.
Good.
But other than that, no, I'm good.
Okay, Mr. David Boaz.
It's, I didn't really have anything to say, but once you brought up about this shredding. I know, Eva is always saying, well, it's a partnership, well, it's becoming less and less of a partnership now. And maybe we should think about, when we do an event like that, Is there any other place that we could have it at? Could we have it at the laundry? Could we have it at this office? You know, it, just something to think about for future thought about it.
Well,
And, you know, it's. And this was to be expected. After they got the upper hand through the renegotiated contract, you could expect that they were going to tighten the screws. So this is just silliness that they have to go to legal to make sure that everything's shredded. That's.
But she was told, it's not her, because she said she felt very bad about the affair, you know, the health fair. And they told her that she couldn't have it unless they had, and wait when you see the paper, I saw it.
Oh, I know, I saw
It's
it as
horrible.
well.
No one's gonna
It's
agree
just-
to that, no one,
It's just unfortunate that,
we're losing more stuff.
but it's only come about since the renegotiated contract. Before they were a lot more acceptable. And Eva was actually making the decisions. Now everything has to go up the ladder.
Right, she's not making
You know,
it.
it's just,
Right,
they're making it, I'm not saying WPRF or even itself, but. Oh, they are. They're making it a little bit more unfriendly.
a lot more.
the issue, the reason why I thought the clubhouse would be the best. Because first of all, if you're coming by car, you need a place to park. There's plenty of
no
parking.
question about that.
The second is if you don't have don't drive, we have bus service that takes you there. And that gives people that don't have access to other transportation to get it done, and there's plenty of room there.
Absolutely.
Plus,
It
we
makes
pay
sense.
rent there,
Makes sense to have it there.
yes. So,
Also,
yes, sir,
is there any reason that we couldn't do it on a weekend in the Yuko parking lot?
Drive through. Might come
No, you don't have bus service.
right,
but we could.
it would limit access, people by bus couldn't get here. Cause there's no bus service to the Yuko office unless the office is open.
I understand, but I could imagine Patricia could arrange for
Yeah.
bus service for that special event. You know,
That's true. If
there
they-
are things where we're gonna be fighting with WPRF. And I'll tell you, a shredding event, I don't think rises to the level of something we need to be fighting with them about.
I agree, but they only own up to the gates. I will
Right.
have the entrance gate closed and I will park the truck on our roads. And have the shredding event take place in front of the clubhouse.
I gotcha.
I mean, that's ridiculous. I mean, this is, she keeps saying, she keeps saying that she's worried about, well, not the liability, that to take away things from individual residents, and that's all that they're doing. They're taking things away from the residents. You know,
So if we have the
I
event,
understand. I just think we should pick our battles carefully.
That's true.
I still have a week and a half or 2 weeks to get a response.
Okay,
I mean, I'm having something at the clubhouse and it took them 21 days to give me permission to light a sterno in the party room. A frickin' sterno to keep food hot.
I gotcha.
The wheels of progress turn very slow.
It's only the jail stuff.
alright, so if you guys
Right.
decide you wanna have the event here.
Yes, well, I have to notify the vendor, I have
In which
to.
case, all I would ask for is cert of insurance and a business tax receipt, that's all I'm looking for.
Yeah.
I mean, Tony would look at it, but
That's something to think about.
Yes, I agree.
I mean, we've done drive-through events, like when we did the barcodes.
Right.
We have that nice slot, right?
Yes,
No reason why we can't.
no, I just thought that the clubhouse would be the ideal situation, plenty of
There
room,
should
plenty
be no other place for it that
Right.
can transpire
right.
Of course.
Another possibility would be Anshi Sholem.
Yeah, we've
Right.
we've done it before, and the previous administration over there was nothing but good to us. If you guys want me to ask, I'll be
No.
happy to do it.
let's wait
See
for,
what falls down from W.
I mean, all the main people are on vacation this week. So starting on Monday or Tuesday, I will get in touch with Eva and start pushing the buttons.
Mhm. All right,
That's another one of my concerns. You know, I worked in management positions. And never did the entire decision-making staff have off at the same time.
Of course.
There's always someone available. There's no such thing as a upper management decision maker available over the holidays, you know, I'm sorry, that's just, I just fail to see how that works out. I like to be off on the holidays when I was working too, but you know, some places you always had to have someone available to come in.
Not in the law firm.
Okay, well. All right,
That's it. I was on the soapbox long.
thank you. Second bite at the apple, anybody? Did anybody forget anything? Okay, want to wish everybody a happy Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving, everyone.
Happy Thanksgiving, everyone.
I'll be there to see you, probably Friday.
I wait with great anticipation.
No problem.
Do you wanna?
Thank you.
David,
Meeting's over.
David,
Listen, everyone, enjoy your turkey day. And it's good to see you all.
David, do you want a Thanksgiving dinner from Golden Corral? I'll bring it back for you.
No, that's okay.
Sure?